Want to grow your social media but don't know what metrics to track? Stay tuned to learn more. And welcome back to another episode of Justin Day Digital for your weekly dose of marketing tips and tricks. Before we get started, make sure to smash that subscribe button and do me a favor and like the video. Alright, let's do this. Nowadays, every business needs to use social media to be successful. Not just because social media channels are a great way to market products and services, but also because they allow you to track a number of metrics. By tracking metrics, you get to know your customer better and understand what they want and need. This allows you to optimize your sales and marketing where necessary. As a result, you will improve your customer experience, which will reflect in your sales and bottom line. Ultimately, benefits your business overall. Social media metrics provide you with valuable insights into how your social media strategy is performing. They help you understand how many people see your content, how much money you earn from social media, and so much more. In short, social media metrics are essential for growth, optimizing your business, and making better decisions. Since social media metrics let you know which of your strategies are working, they can also tell you where you need to improve. Knowing which efforts are paying off and tracking how much money you're spending and how much you get in return can help your business make better decisions in the future and now. Metrics are essential to connecting businesses' goals to social media efforts and creating an informed strategy. They allow you to spot trends that may impact how you progress in different parts of your business. Tracking different metrics is both beneficial and challenging. Knowing which metrics matter to your success is key to effective social media management and measurement. Depending on your goals, budget, and size of your team, you can choose a number of metrics to track. Awareness metrics lets you know how many people are seeing your content and as well as how your brand is performing on social media. There are a number of awareness metrics, including reach, which refers to the number of people who see your content. You'll want to monitor both your individual reach of each post, image, video, and story, as well as your average reach. When you track your average reach, look at how many followers versus non-followers see your content. If you notice a high percentage of non-followers seeing your content, it indicates that your posts are being shared or that they perform well in the algorithms, or both. Impressions is the number of times people saw your content. When several people view your content more than once, this number will be higher than the reach. If impressions are considerably higher than the reach, that means that your content you share is really interesting to them. Try to find out why that is, as it means that your posts are so valuable to your viewers and they want to see more of that. The audience growth rate indicates the number of new followers you gain on social media within a certain time period. However, don't mistake this as a simple count of new followers. The audience growth rate is a percentage of new followers against your total audience. That means that when you are just starting out with a few followers, your growth rate will be high. Once your total followers number grows, you'll need to continually attract new followers to keep that momentum going. You can easily calculate your audience growth rate by tracking your net new followers on each platform over a specific time period. Now, you'll want to divide that number by your total audience on each platform and multiply it by 100 to get your audience growth rate percentage. You can do the same with your competitors' progress to compare and benchmark your performance. Social media engagement metrics refer to the number of people who interact with what you post instead of just seeing it. The following are engagement metrics to consider. The engagement rate. This measures how many engagements, including comments, reactions, and shares, your content receives as a percentage of your audience. You can calculate your engagement in relation to your overall followers. However, due to algorithm, not all your followers will see each of your posts. You may also get engagement from non-followers. That means there are several ways to calculate the engagement. And you'll have to try out a few different ways to figure out what works best for you and your business. The amplification rate describes the ratio of shares per post relative to the number of overall followers. It shows you when followers care enough about your content to share it. Because this can expand your reach, you'll want to aim for a high amplification rate. You can calculate it by dividing the total number of shares of a post by your total number of followers multiplied by 100. The percentage you get is your amplification rate. Just like the amplification rate, the virality rate shows you how much your content is shared. The difference is that the virality rate measures shares as a percentage of impressions instead of a percentage of followers. Every single time your content is shared, it reaches a new audience member, achieving a fresh set of impressions. Basically, the virality rate calculates how your content spreads exponentially. To calculate virality rate, simply divide a post number of shares by its impressions, then multiply it by 100 to get your percentage, which is your virality rate. You may have thought that it's not possible to calculate the return of your social media investments, but with these metrics, it is. Let's check them out. The click-through rate, aka CTR, shows how often people click a link within your post to access additional content. That includes blog posts, your online store, or other parts of your website. The CTR indicates how many people saw your social content and wanted to find out more. That means it can tell you how well your social content is performing and whether it promotes your products and services successfully. Simply divide the total number of clicks for a post by the total number of impressions and multiply this by 100 to get your CTR as a percentage. Please note that this refers to paid social ads instead of organic content. The conversion rate is one of the most important metrics as it calculates how often your social content initiates a conversion event like a download, subscription, or sale. It basically demonstrates the value of your social content as a means of feeding your funnel. UTM parameters, which are short pieces of code that you can add to links, like the ones you share in your social posts, can help you track the post performance, including its clicks and traffic. These parameters are essential. With UTMs in place, calculate your conversion rate by dividing the number of conversions by the number of visitors. You can use the conversion rate in e-commerce, for example, to see how your posts are helping boost your sales. Cost per click, or CPC, refers to the amount you pay per individual click on a social ad. It helps you put this context when you know the average order value or the lifetime value of a customer. That, combined with the high conversion rate, lets you know that you can afford to spend more per click to attract visitors to your website. CPC doesn't have to be calculated, as it can be found in the analytics section of the social media channel where you run an ad. Cost per 1,000 impressions, or CPM, describes the cost you pay for every 1,000 impressions of your social media ads. Rather than measuring action, CPM measures views. You don't need to calculate CPM either, as you can find the number in your social media's channel analytics section. Simply maintaining social media accounts isn't enough. You have to check several metrics to make the most out of your digital presence. By tracking the most important ones, you can ensure that you know your customer their changing wants and needs and respond to them accordingly. With this information, you can optimize your website, marketing, products, services, and business as a whole to serve them the best way possible. As a result, you'll enjoy better sales and profits, as well as experience with sustaining more growth overall. All right, that's all for this week's episode. I'll see you in the next one. Later.